Welcome to Days Nation. We bring fun, entertainment, and trivia through these fun videos. A few most expensive auctions. Today, wealthy collectors establish world records at auctions. Not only for contemporary art, but also to get their hands on prestigious, rare, and historical objects. Here are a few examples to show you what shoppers believed. Follow us to ensure you watch all our videos and updates. Number 10, Romanée Conti, 1945, sold for $558,000. A world record was shattered when an Asian collector offered $558,000 for a single bottle of Romanée Conti in New York City. All the auction of white gloves of the rare Domaine de la Romanée Conti originated from the personal collection of Robert Duhigny, former head of the Burgundian house. It was more than 17 times its original estimate. Are they going to stop going up? Fortunately, Duhigny saved some rare DRC for his own family. Do you mind if I look at that wine catalog, Mr. Duhigny? Number 9. Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, sold for $450 million. Leonardo's contentious painting, Salvator Mundi, was sold for $450 million in New York in November 2017. This picture represents a Jesus dressed holding a crystal globe and looking directly at the viewer. And there has been no shortage of theories disputing its authenticity. Undoubtedly, this painting went through many things because it was believed to have been destroyed and then disappeared from 1763 to 1900. Since then, the tragedy has gone on. With only 20 or so Da Vinci paintings surviving today, the Salvator Mundi, while authentic, is truly priceless, which is why it ranks at the top of our list at a massive selling price of $450 million. Number 8, Chariot by Alberto Giacometti, sold for $102.9 million. The biggest sale ever for the company of 270 years was Chariot, realized by the Swedish sculptor Alberto Giacometti. This bronze goddess standing tall upon the axle on two wheels became the most expensive artwork of the year. Giacometti made several of these warrior tanks, but according to Sotheby's, only 2 remain in private hands. The Chariot topped the chart. It depicts a goddess frozen in movement, but also in full swing. The lighthouse of hope for the post-World War generation. Number 7, Francis Bacon TRIPTYCH, sold for $84.6 million. A world-class masterpiece, TRIPTYCH inspired by Eschyle's Horatia, causes a range of interpretations, corresponding to the tragic greatness of the Greek playwright Aeschylus. In a 20th century framework, the lasting appeal of his work in his power to provoke ever more fundamental human emotions, which was sold for $84.6 million over the phone. A fun fact, a bidding war raged for around 10 minutes between one potential buyer placing bids online from China and another who was victorious but chose to remain anonymous, making counter-offers on the phone to a Sotheby's specialist in New York. Oh, honey, I'm just a phone call away. Number 6, the Pink Star, sold for $71.2 million. As they say, diamonds are eternal, just like the Pink Star that was sold for an enormous $83 million in 2013. But as the fate of the defaulter did not support them, but this beauty was destined to be won and paid for by Chow Tai Fook Enterprises, who renamed this gorgeous stone as CTF Pink Star and bought it for $71.2 million in 2017. What makes it so special is the cutting process alone, which saw the rough transformed into a magnificent mixed oval shape. It took 20 months, and the stone was then mounted into a single platinum ring. I'm blind by its radiance. Number 5, 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO Berlinetta, sold for $48 million. Another record seller, the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, was sold for $48 million at a Sotheby's auction. Out of 39 vehicles of GTO family, this vintage Ferrari Berlinetta lived in safety under the property of the passionate Italian Fabrizio Violati for 49 long years, until its resale in 2014. This one has the victory imprinted on it as it won the 1962 GT Championship and has over 15 wins in its name. It was also driven by Phil Hill, the first US Formula One champion. What's more, it's also suited for street use. Number 4. Persian rug, sold for $33.8 million. A Persian carpet adorned with spinning vines and lively flowers, which was stored for decades by the Cochrane Gallery of Art, was sold for over $30 million. This sum, recovered during a sale of Sotheby's, which smashed the previous record for rugs sold at auction. The specialty of Clark sickle leaf carpet is the taste for the exotic. Became popular well before the turn of the 20th century. Yet during Clark's era, 16th to 17th century weavings were extraordinarily coveted and prestigious items that attested to their owner's sophistication and worldliness. Mind if I crash on this? Number 3. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Super Complication, sold for $23.98 million. The most expensive pocket watch ever sold at auction is the Patek Philippe Henry Graves Super Complication, fetched US $23.98 million. 23,237,000 CHF in Geneva on November 11, 2014. The most complex watch ever produced in history without the help of computer technology. And it took Patek 8 years to design it. As its name implies, Super Complication is the league's most important watch. Tick-tock, tick-tock! Number 2. October on Cape Cod, Edward Hopper, sold for $9.6 million. October on Cape Cod, painted in 1946, presents a view of a house and small barn from across a deserted road, which simultaneously scores and reviles the audience. The work is infused with deep silence and calmness and shows the true characteristics of Hopper's art. Well, gone are the light blue summer sky, replaced by subtle and grayish autumn light. This oil on canvas painting was sold for $9.6 million at Christie's auction house in New York, rightly described in Hopper's wife Jo's record book about October on Cape Cod. Peace, quiet, no birds singing. Someday, he will be quiet too. Number 1. Marilyn Monroe's subway dress from the 7-Year Itch, sold for $4.5 million. Marilyn Monroe's celebrated dialogue film, The 7-Year Itch movie. Do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious? Almost as emblematic as the wearer herself, this ivory-clad dress rocks the retro world. Ownership of the original, however, is something quite different, but Debbie Reynolds sold the dress for $5.5 million in 2011 at an auction in Beverly Hills. And indeed, it really is delicious. What can I say? Just watch them define luxury for you right here. Thank you for watching this video. That was Days Nation for you. Keep coming back and stay entertained. Don't forget to subscribe.